I've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd.
Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Look how that straight's affecting them. Good counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
On the receiving end of some hellacious punches. No rest for the weary. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. It's bombs away. Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Pretty dominant round there.
Calm yourself down.
And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And this fight is over. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
A shot from the gods took him out.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. There's a scoring blow. That counter punch caught him clean. There's a counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. Catch and shoot. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Get focused and get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell for round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Oh man, you got swarm in your face. You got to try and push him off, make him go into the ropes. You got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10. Hold that thought! The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round.
Switch on. Switch on. Get out there and
The bell rings and we start the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. That left hook missed. Do you believe what we're seeing? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Defense is not an option for these two. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Dempsey.
let him back into the fight that round.
Back at it in round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Those counter punches have to hurt. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. After what?
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. A perfect counter shot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That counter shot lands. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Dim.
You've switched off completely. Get your mind.
There's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
That jab misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. Couldn't land that jab. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Let Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about
What are you doing? Come on.
Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Another scoring shot there. That uppercut doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Good counter punching. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Shot for...
It's not over till it's over.
Focus. Big deep breath. Big deep breath.
And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Good counter punch. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like the greatest? Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart. Smarts, that is. A total change of styles to make...
Sugar Ray Leonard tipping the scales at the limit, 160. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. A straight right just misses. Nope, that hook won't score. A lot of pre-match drama. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in, biting at the bit to get it on in this historic venue.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that hook. Jab slightly off target. A perfect counter shot. And he misses with that jab. The perfect counter lands. The jab misses. Beautiful counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard.
Get your mind back on the...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Safe to say that last round. So he will take a knee here and get a nice reprieve from the action.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger. Good counter punch. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. That punch lands. The jab doesn't quite connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, this is the time that...
Calm yourself down, calm yourself down.
On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Well, he is in big... On to the fourth we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice job blocking the hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nope, that jab not going to score. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. In the build up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Listen, be smart when you go out there.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look.
It was a bad round, but we don't care. Let's go out there.
And there's the bell for round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Well done with that counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. How about that time counter shot? Miss with that jab. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's all offense all the time. The straight right just... Did you see that? Sugar Ray's in trouble. Sugar Ray is down on the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter shot lands. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round.
That's his round.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? They miss with the jab. Both men step back for just a moment. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That jab won't score. That jab misses. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Straight right just misses. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision.